Hello and welcome to everyone. This coaching call number 45. In this coaching call, we will be revising the chapter number 3, which is program strategic alignment, its eco, and the keywords of the three most important documents in PgMP, which are business case, charter, and the roadmap. So, first of all, I will give you the complete overview and then we go to the questions. And if anyone has any question, just ask me. So, starting with the program strategic alignment, we are making three important documents, which is the everybody can see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Which are program
Yes.
business case, charter, roadmap, keeping in view the environmental assessments throughout the program life cycle, and program risk management strategy, which we are doing in the program definition phase and the program delivery phase. The important thing to understand here is that under the program formulation phase, we already did 10 activities, which were 8 assessments and 2 estimations. This will be covered when we do the questions today. I have combined chapter number 3 and chapter number 7. Okay, so to have a broader view of all the things that we have done, because if the question that I already provided from each chapter 3 are already covered. Okay, so that's why I'm giving the overview. So whenever we will be making business case, charter, or the roadmap, the assessments are available with us and the estimations are available with us. Once all these things are available, then we will are going to the program planning surface, in which we are doing the 12 activities, which were 10 management planning, one cost estimate, and one financial framework establishment. And at the end of the day, we got the program management plan, according to which we will be doing how the program will be managed, how their components will be managed, and how we will execute our desired benefits from the program. Then in the program delivery phase, we had three subphases, which was component authorization and planning, component oversight and integration, and component transition and closure. That is for each and every component. The important thing here is that business case is a document which is equivalent to justification, okay, in which we are going to have the handover or the linkage between the organizational level things and the program level thing. That is my first document, that is initiating my strategic alignment domain or directly starting initiating my program. In the program charter, that the keyword is authorization, which is authorizing the program manager and the program management team to utilize the resources. It has the scope, it has key stakeholders, it has benefits. We will see in detail about the keywords. Then the program roadmap, most interesting document that got the question from a lot of people. In the roadmap, it is telling us the linkage between the components. It is giving you the milestones. It doesn't have the activities, but it is different from the high level roadmap that we are covering in the exam content outline. The key difference was high level roadmap is in the organization level here, which is defining my making the baseline for program definition phase. So it means this is not the same thing. And also in the roadmap, if somebody asks me about the progress of the program, which benefits have been achieved, which are not achieved at this moment, the best document to present is the program roadmap, which will give me the direct indication of the status of the program. If I have to take over some documents, I have taken over the program from someone, the best document will be the program roadmap, that will give him the clear cut picture of the documents that are being that is the status of the program. In the environmental assessments, they are the EFs, keeping in view the market conditions, culture, each and everything. And the important thing here is that these are to be considered throughout the program life cycle. And the program risk management strategy, first we identify the risk, document in the risk register, then you analyze the risks, and then you make the risk response strategy. Important things to understand here from the risk perspective: if something, the risk is open in your any component, you will transfer to the program risk register. And in the closure phase, when the program risk will remain open, it will be transferred to the organization risk register. Any other important thing, whenever we have the change of the phase, either I have to close the any phase or I have to start the phase, I will make the phase gate review with the program steering committee. That will tell me to make a decision, go or no go decision. Okay. Another important thing, all the activities that we are doing, making a business case, charter, roadmap, is the responsibility of the program manager. Okay. Whatever is done throughout the program lifecycle is the responsibility of the program manager, but he is not responsible, he is not accountable to make the decisions. The decision will come either from the steering committee 100% correct answer, or the sponsor if steering committee is not there. Second important word is update. A lot of students ask the question of the update. I told that in PMI, no document is static. Every document can be updated. Either it's a business case or a charter or the roadmap. And who is responsible to update this? Program manager is responsible to update all of these documents. Updates here doesn't mean that you have to make some change or you have to approve some change. But if you feel that during the tenure of the program, something is getting conflict or something is not going as per the expectation, the first step is the program manager will update that specific document as per the current information based on the current status, and then he will analyze whether he need to escalate it or he doesn't need to escalate it. Is this concept clear? This is the responsibility of the program manager. Any question till now?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. One other important thing is that if the scenario will surely ask you what the program manager should do, okay, in lot of cases. So the first step for the program manager is to do everything by himself. He cannot directly escalate. Escalation is the last step in every question. Okay, if he say that something, a big blunder has occurred in the program, this is a disaster, for example, I'm telling you the worst case, what should the program manager do first? First step is that he should review, he should analyze the situation, and then subsequently he can make a change request or he can escalate to the steering committee if he is not able to handle him by himself. But the first step cannot be to escalate to the steering committee or do everything. Okay, these are the very important concepts throughout this strategic alignment domain and overall in the program lifecycle. If this is clear, then I will go to the keywords of the business case, which was program business case. The keywords are documented economic feasibility. So whenever the document will telling you the feasible analysis, it is a business case. Establish the validity of benefits, justification of the resources, primary justification document for an investment decision. Sorry. Assess the program investment against the intended benefits, means cost benefit analysis, describes the success criteria, alternative solutions. It is an input to the program charter and the roadmap. It means first business cases developed and then charter and the roadmap.
Uh, Mr. Sami sir, actually, what
Yes.
is the meaning of alternative solutions? What is this?
Alternative solution means whenever you have to start a program and you go to the steering committee, you will say, I have this option number one, program A, I can develop, I can develop program two, I can develop program three. These are the alternative solution. Then you present the case to the steering committee. Okay, from my perspective, these are the benefits of program A, this is for program B, this is program three, and then they will approve program one for you.
Okay. Mm.
Okay, you cannot just
Okay.
directly go to the steering committee, this is the only solution I have, then you have to approve it. Okay, when you are presenting
Mhm.
something, you have to give options one, two, three, and then it's up to them whatever they decide.
Okay. Right.
The formal declaration of the value that the program is expected to deliver, high level risk, high level assumptions, and key assumptions and constraints are here. Strategy alignment is initiated because there is an interface between the organization level thing and the program level thing. Serves as a formal declaration of the benefits, expected delivery, and the justification for the resources that are expended to deliver it. It establishes the authority, intent, philosophy of the business need, and program sponsorship, provides direction for structure, guiding principles, and organization of the program. So here the key concept of the business case is formal declarations, justifications, and cost benefit analysis. In the question, what we have done is also the same questions from these keywords. Then we have the program charter. Here the main theme is authorization. It authorizes the program management team, assigns and authorizes a program manager, defines program scope, defines the purpose of a proposed program, key stakeholders, timing of the program, success factors, high level benefits are here. So in the questions, a lot of questions were asking you about the scope of the program. So the correct answer is the program charter, because business case is not telling me the scope of the program. High level benefits, goals and objectives, high level risk assumptions and constraints, link the program to the organizational strategic objective. This is common for all the documents. Everything what we are doing should be aligned and linked to the organizational objectives. It is derived from the business case. It enables program strategic alignment used to measure the program success. Whenever we are talking about measurement or enabling the success, how do we do the measurement metrics? It is a charter. Include metrics for success and a method for measurement, and clear definition of success is also defined in the program charter. So the main theme of charter is a authorization. Then we come to the roadmap. Very important thing, because everybody underestimates the importance of a roadmap. Okay, and every time we want to give business case and charter the importance, but roadmap will be very easy, very important because of two reasons. Okay, one thing, when today we will study benefit management plan and benefit register, everything today. Okay, but keeping in view the overview, whenever the benefits delivery will be changed, the roadmap is the first document that will be by default updated. Why? Because it is telling you when you are delivering something. Whenever there is a change in the pace of the program, the roadmap will be changed. Whenever you have to tell the stakeholders what is the progress of the program, how much I have achieved, how much is remaining, roadmap is the best document to present them at this moment. Okay, because we don't know benefit register till now. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you what we have done till now. So in that way, roadmap is like a working document. Okay, business case remains at the top. Whenever it's a interface between organization and your program, why you initiated the program, what is the reason for this program. But once I am within my program life cycle, I'm operating the things, I'm executing the task. So in my view, we will have a discussion on that. In my view, roadmap is the most important working document that is always telling you what is the stage of your program at this moment. Okay, we will come back to this topic, but remember the words that I just said. In the roadmap, we have a chronological representation of a program's intended direction, graphically depicting dependencies between major milestones and decision points, reflects linkage between business strategy and the program work. It outlines major program events, reflects the pace at which benefits are realized, serves as a basis for transition and integration of new capabilities, assess the program's progress toward achieving its expected benefits, show how benefits are delivered within major stages or milestones, or indirectly this is equivalent to when benefits are delivered. Okay, within major stages or milestones is equivalent to simple word of when. Include component details, durations, and contribution to benefits, depict how benefits are delivered through incremental releases or series of models, effective way to communicate overarching plan and benefits to stakeholders to build and maintain advocacy, provides a visual of when return on investment may help fund the future program benefits and outcomes, and defines the structure of the program components by identifying the relationships among the components and the rules that govern their inclusion, describes evolving aspects of the program, including incremental benefits delivery. So these are the key words of program roadmap. Then we have enterprise assessment. We just go through it. Enterprise environmental factors refer to conditions not under the immediate control of the program that influence, constrain, or direct the program's EFs are business environment, market, funding, resources, industry, HSE, health, safety, environment, economy, cultural diversity, geographic diversity, regulatory, legislative growth, supply base, technology, political influences, audit, new business products, standards, policies, and discoveries and inventions. These are all the things which are going on in your environment that may affect your program. So every time you have to keep in view about the environmental assessments. Environmental analysis, comparative advantage, feasibility studies, strength, weakness, opportunity, threat analysis, assumption analysis, and historical information analysis. This is all about the enterprise and environmental that is going around in your program. In the
Here,
program,
Mr. Sami, sir, actually, I
yes.
have a doubt. In that environmental analysis, there is one more analysis I seen in the mock test.
Hmm.
What if analysis actually? Can you explain what is the meaning of what if?
Yeah, what if, like, what if actually means assumption analysis. If I want to say what will happen if you score above 80% in the exam, you will pass the exam. This is assumption. This is my assumption. What will happen if you score less than 50%? This is assumption. You may fail the exam. So whenever we have a ambiguity that if what will happen if this occurs, then this is assumption analysis out
Okay,
of
it
this
means
option.
the what if analysis indirectly meaning is assumption analysis, right?
Yes, we are evaluating something or we are predicting
Mm.
because the thing never occurred. This is what we are evaluating our surroundings. And one you will get make or buy analysis. Yes, Amir?
Mm.
Uh, can you give us more examples of what if and SWOT as well as
Okay.
feasibility? Because there were a couple of questions on feasibility, SWOT, and assumptions. Like what if?
Okay. So I will elaborate more. Strength SWOT analysis. The option would be that a new program is to be initiated. You are the program manager, and you are working in the industry factor in the industry field. So which of the following you will analyze about your program team members that you will hire. You will do the people who are good in this field, who have the strengths. You and what are the then they will ask you that a new company has been launched which is making the same product like your company, like in our one of our colleagues here, he is making one, his program was to make one car seat for the children. Okay, it's a very big organization and we find out that some another company has launched the same thing. So what will we do? We will do the opportunity analysis or threat analysis. What his product can affect my program, or what is the benchmark I can get from them. So whenever in the option, he will ask you to find out the strength of some organization or to exploit the weakness of some organization. In fact, why you initiate a program? Because there's a market demand, right? And if everything is going fine, you don't need to do anything new. I just give you one example. For example, a Coca-Cola. If everybody is keep on buying the Coca-Cola and there is no objection, no amount of cost, everything okay, why the Pepsi will be launched? Right? So actually they did the SWOT analysis. What is the opportunity in the market? What is the threat that could be affected? What are their strengths? What is their recipes? And what are the weaknesses in other organizations? So whenever you will initiate a program, you need to do the SWOT analysis internally for your organization and also for your competitor. This is SWOT analysis. Is it clear?
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Now we do the feasibility analysis, feasibility studies. Feasibility study means why they, for example, in I change the scenario. I have to build a hydropower plant in Pakistan. Okay, the feasibility analysis is to make either on river Indus, to make on river Jhelum, make on in India, make on river Ganga, make on river Jamna. But you will analyze the feasibility analysis. What is the best location to build a hydropower plant, keeping in view the environmental factors, where you have less problems from the land acquisition, where the transmission line is available, where you have a supporting infrastructure from the weather. In some hilly or mountain areas, maybe the water is enough, but you can only work maybe 2 months in the whole year because of the snow. So this is not geographical feasible. So in this case, I will never opt for that program which is not feasible for the current perspectives. Understood? This is feasibility analysis. You have to analyze a lot of things and then you decide, okay, I go for this program because this everything is feasible for this geographical, economy, business environment, and it will ultimately they should support for the organizational objectives. This is feasibility analysis study.
So feasibility study means we can say the situation is feasible to make the program success. We
Yes,
can say like that.
sure.
Mm.
I will not initiate a program which is not economic, which is not feasible. I launch the program and after 2 months, I never got get the land in that area from the local resident. That's why I did the
Mm.
feasibility analysis, whether it is feasible or not. And if you see,
Yeah,
go in our government organizations, for example, in Pakistan or in any other country, you will see that they are feasibility analysis for 20 hydropower projects. But till now, only 5 are executed. Why? Because feasibility studies was done, but they found some problems that it is not 100% feasible at this moment to initiate this program. Number one. And secondly, then they will do the priority analysis. Okay, I have 20 options available, but which one has the 100% probability to be fulfilled. Once is okay, 2 is okay, 3 is okay, then you may start program 4, 5, and 6 later on, taken from the feasibility analysis and studies. Am I, is it
Okay.
clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Thanks.
And if we go to the assumptions analysis, the assumptions actually means calculating the risk. What is the probability and what is the impact? For example, assumptions, why I started, for example, why you selected for the PgMP course and not for directly for the portfolio? Because there is an assumption, we have to go step by step. Okay, you have to do PMP, then PGMP, then we go for portfolio. So these are the assumptions analysis. You calculate the best assumptions, what is the probability, what is the impact, what is the best thing suitable for us, and then accordingly, keeping in view that environmental factors, I will initiate that program which fulfills my assumptions and which I can control the assumptions. Okay, but keep in view, one thing is very important in analysis. Whenever you are doing, everything is a risk. Why? Because nothing actually occurred till now, you're only planning on the paper. So risk factor will always be there in the beginning of the program. Clear to everyone?
Yes, clear.
Okay, good, Amir. So program risk management strategy, risk management for strategy alignment. Then we have program risk thresholds. It is a measure of the degree of acceptable variation around a program objective based on the risk appetite of the organization. Program governors working in collaboration with corporate governors and the program management team may also be responsible for ensuring that the program risk thresholds are established and observed in the program. So risk threshold means where we have to trigger the risk response thing, or whether the risk will be critical to be incorporated into my program. Then we have initial program risk assessment. Once it is performed, a risk response strategy is developed to complete the program risk management strategy. Then we have the risk response strategy, which is same: accept, mitigate, share, transfer, what we studied in PMP, and this is not covered in detail here. The program strategy alignment is therefore a program performance domain that is initiated in the program definition phase with the development of business case, charter, and the roadmap, supported with inputs from environmental assessments and program risk management strategy. This upstream effort results in the development of a program management plan that is aligned with the organizational goals and objectives. So that is a complete package of strategy alignment for us. Is it clear?
Yeah, clear.
Okay. Then I will cover the keywords of eco.
So the program management plan is also in this strategic alignment, or it will be in that program definition phase?
No, very good question. This program management plan actually is not covered in any of the bigger domain. Okay, this program management plan will only come in chapter number 8, where we are making the subsequent activities in the program planning surface. We made 10 management planning, 10 management plans, and cost estimate and financial framework. Only that there he will tell all these consolidated efforts will give me the program management plan. Explicitly, only program management plan we are not making in this document. And what he has written in the strategic alignment domain, he's saying that after this is done, this upstream effort results in the making of the program management plan. But we are not making the program management plan, or we are not looking into the key points of program management plan in our course. Clear?
Okay.
So you see, this upstream effort result in the development of a program management plan that is aligned with organizational goals and objectives. But under the strategic alignment domain, in our course, we are only studying these three important documents. And one thing that this program management plan is not made at the end of the program formulation surface. It will be made at the end of a program planning surface, and more specifically at the end of the program definition phase. This is very important. At the end, if the question asks you, okay, I make a question. Which of the following document will you get at the end of the program definition phase? Options are business case, charter, roadmap, program management plan. What is the best answer?
Program management plan.
Everybody agrees? If somebody doesn't agree with the answer, please raise your hand. I'm
Can you
asking
repeat the question?
which of the following document will we get at the end of a program definition phase, or what is the final output, or what is the consolidated document that I will get at the end of the program definition phase? The option is program management plan, program business case, program charter, program roadmap. What is the best answer?
Roadmap, I can say.
Mr. Pradeep?
Program management plan.
Actually, all are made in definition phase, but the output would be program management.
I'm telling the best answer. At the end of the day, I will get all the things. But Jayaprakash, the key point here is that roadmap I already got at the end of the program formulation surface. And when I will make the program management plan, all these three will go as an input to program management plan. So that is the best answer.
So you are asking what is the document we will get at the end of the formulation phase, right?
Program definition phase. Program definition phase.
Ah, okay, okay. You are asking program definition phase. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
this definition phase. So this definition phase includes formulation plus planning surface. So at the
Okay,
end of
then
the day, the is program manager plan is the alternative, is the ultimate document that I'm
correct.
getting. Clear? So very good
Okay.
input from Mr. Zim here. Okay. Then we go to the eco. Initial program assessment to ensure the program alignment with the organization's strategic plan, objectives, priorities, vision, and mission statement. High level roadmap with milestones and preliminary estimates for initial validation and approval from the steering committee, from the sponsor, and high level roadmap framework to set a baseline for program definition, planning, and execution. It means something which is made at the organization level. And Nasir, is this high level roadmap clear? Because you had this question.
Yes, sir. Clear now. Thank you.
Okay. Then we have program mission statement by evaluating stakeholders, concerns, and expectations to establish program direction. So mission statement is with the direction. Evaluate organization's capability to assess the program alignment to the organization's strategic plan. Identify organizational benefits to develop preliminary program scope and define a benefits realization plan. And ultimately, this program scope is a keyword of the program charter. Keep in view this thing, very important question. High level financial and non financial benefits to obtain funding authorization and drive prioritization of projects. So, whenever we will have a conflict or dispute or make a decision which project component we should start within my program, then prioritization has to be done. And mostly that will be based on our benefits of financial and non-financial benefits. Evaluate program objectives to ensure stakeholder alignment and program deliverability. And task 9 is obtain organizational leadership approval by presenting the program charter to receive authorization to initiate the program, and evaluate integration opportunities to align and integrate benefits within or across the organization, exploit strategic opportunities for change to maximize the realization of the benefits. So that is the key words from the eco. If anyone has any question till now, please let me know. Otherwise, we will go to the questions.
So these three documents, do we have to formally authorize from the steering committee?
No, 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 no.
Business case, charter, and roadmap?
What does it mean by authorization? Means approval?
Approved, approval.
Yes, sure. Every document is approved from the steering committee. But
Okay.
here the point is that once I say program roadmap is available for me, it means that this is an approved document that I can follow, which is already discussed with the stakeholders, already discussed with the sponsors and everybody.
So
Clear?
after formulation phase, we should approve all these and then move to planning, is what you're saying.
That is the first step, but from the principal point of view for PMI, first business case has to be approved and then you can proceed with the charter. Why? Because the business case has alternative solutions. Okay, you have option number 1, 2, and 3. Unless that will not be approved, how I can make my program charter? So from the conceptual point of view, it goes step by step. Once I have a business case, it means it is there and it is already approved. then I can use this document to make my program charter. Once that will be approved, means a approved document, then only I can make a roadmap.
Okay.
Clear? Okay, good. So I will recommend that before we go to the questions, we can have a short discussion on the question that I just shared today morning. Today, okay? Because then I will go into the detail. We will we will keep that discussion open. We will keep that discussion open, but just let me share my screen to have a different perspective. Let me share my screen. I just extracted. So everybody can see my screen with a question.
Yes.
A program
Yes.
manager of a large water treatment program has retired. You are a new program manager taking over. What document will you review first? Okay, this is a very important thing. So we go. Let me ask one by one. Okay, first, Mr. Azim, what is your option?
Roadmap,
Why?
because it is the most updated document and having the current status, so he can just review it and find out that what is the current status of the program.
Okay, we have one word for roadmap. Amia, what is your option?
So, as per my understanding, the document that needs to be reviewed because in this particular question, it is never asking you that what is the current document that you should review. It is like which document will you review first.
Hmm?
So it should be program business case.
Business case. Okay, because you are asking about reviewing first. Okay, Nasir Saab.
Yes, sir. My option is also program business case. So question ask, what document will he review very first when he acquire the program? So I think business case he should be reviewed very first.
Are we looking for any justification? If okay, I will discuss later. But okay,
Oh,
just keeping you keep in mind one, two, three important keywords. Business case is equal to justification. Charter is equal to authorization, and roadmap is equal to some linkages or the status of the program. What is the status of the program? And the scenario is saying you that you are taking over something from someone. Okay, keep in view you are not taking over from the organization. Okay, Jayaprakash, your option.
My option is roadmap
Why?
because actually I am not following anything in the eco. Just I am approach this question in a generic point of view. So
Give me the
see,
yeah, it's not eco question. So what is your why you want to give the
my
roadmap?
answer
What
is
is the reason?
roadmap because suppose it is already started, program is already started. It
Hmm.
means all the cases are approved. Program management plan, program charter, business case. When I
Hmm.
am first coming into the picture, I want to know when the program going to complete.
Hmm.
This is the document only I want to see first. Because since already started, these are all already started, backend. This is my opinion. Generic point of view only I am
Jayaprakash.
approaching.
So over here, like obviously means like you will find the linkage, but first of all, as a program manager, wouldn't you like to know what exactly this particular program is about? The uh, anyways, as a program manager, you will be responsible to relate, or like at the end of the day, you will have to check where exactly the program is standing. But
Mhm.
before understanding what exactly this particular business is,
Okay,
justification is,
Amaya. Okay, I understood your question. My question to you is that you remember the ethics of PMI, responsibility, respect, fairness, honesty, right?
yes,
So
correct.
you are already appointed as a program manager. So it means you are
Yes,
suitable for this job. And which
correct.
document is authorizing a program manager? Program charter, right? So in
Yes,
this case, I would we are only discussing all the options. Okay, if I say you have
yeah,
will review the business case, so it means that you don't know why you initiate, then why you why some whoever authorizes you for the program, He already knew that you are suitable for that. They have already discussed with you. This is the business case. That is the first document. Then, according to the charter, they appointed a new program manager. Now, whenever, for example, it's a 3 years program, and he will retire after 2 years. In the last year, you are coming. So, will you go back and to see why this program was started? What, how it will help you? What benefit it will give you to execute the tasks? Okay, this is my question. Mr. Pradeep, you give me your option.
I I think we should look at first why it has started, and so that you can manage expectation clearly, and then you can go into other documents like roadmap and charter.
Okay,
So business case
uh,
is the only document which
hmm,
will tell you what were the options presented and
hmm.
why we chose this program, and then what exactly is the expectations from this.
But business case, okay, I agree with your option, with your justification. What business case will tell you, but how it will benefit you to taking over from the new program manager?
I know clearly how benefits are realized in this program and why and when it's required to be realized.
But business case will not tell you when you will deliver the benefits.
No, no, what is expected
Okay, what is
benefit?
expected? Okay, but okay, the business case. On the other hand, why not charter? Why nobody is giving the option of the charter? It is telling me the scope of the program. It is telling me the key benefits about the keywords of charter, but nobody selected charter. Why? Why you are going one step in the beginning, not to the charter? Then roadmap is the third option.
Charter also we can go. I mean, we have to look at all three, but we will
Yeah.
start with business case, is
Okay.
what my thought process is
Okay.
going.
Okay. So this is a very open and discussable item. Okay. So we will keep it open. I will not conclude this question. Let's keep it, because a lot of other, when they are from Australia and other people will wake up tomorrow morning, we will have a good discussion and we will continue discussion on the group. And if I find some more question like this, are you okay if I share on the group? Because it will be,
Yes, okay.
it will open our perspective, because everybody has a different perspective. Not just share,
Yes, sir.
I will just share my personal opinion. Okay, you are a new program manager taking over. What document will you review first? If you forget the last line, what document will you review first? Okay, I just say you are a new program manager to take over. So when in the real life, when I will take over the role of a new program manager from someone, I will ask you, he will only tell me that this is the program, we are already inside the program, and this is this task, and this is the progress. I have 100 people already working on there. The next important milestone is to deliver this project, and then later on this project. This is the overall roadmap, and the whole program should be finished in 5 years. Now we are in year number 3. On a daily life, for example, I am a project manager. If my superior goes on a vacation, for example, forget about retirement, on day-to-day basis, or after whenever you go for the vacation, in a year you have, everybody has 1 year vacation. When you hand over your task to someone, okay, we are just we will give him the complete overview, so that third party can run your operations and your program can continue. Okay, maybe we will never come back, we have some accident and we have died, for example. Just consider worst case, like a retirement. So do we tell him that why this program was started? Because the organization that will appoint me, to whom I have to hand over, he will be, in my view, only already qualified for that job, and he knows that this is being worked on. Okay, so keeping this is another side of thinking. Okay, the one that you are thinking is also correct. The first document should be the business case that will tell me the complete overview of the thing. Okay, so we will keep this option open. Okay, just think from all perspectives, and then in next 2 or 3 days we will come to a common conclusion.
So, Sami, when somebody gives me project program, to us, first thing we ask is why this is strategically initiated.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
whenever somebody asks me why you want to do this program,
Hmm.
so
But
that will align
wait, wait, wait,
strategically.
wait, 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 wait. You said if somebody will ask you why you want to do this program, right?
No,
So
no, no. If they are assigning me a program,
yes,
I will ask them why you want. What is the goal you are
o-
trying to achieve by doing this
understood. But
program?
in this state, you are already appointed as a program manager. So that was my understanding. If you are already appointed as a program manager, so it means you already knew the business case. Then you accepted as an honesty. You accepted this position.
Oh, then you are saying he has been explained business case and charter already.
This is my understanding because if as an honesty I took
Then he
the new
should have I mean, explained roadmap as well. What
sorry.
needs to be achieved.
Okay, but if you are okay, this is a different perspective. We will keep an open discussion. It's a very small but very important question, and this type of one or two questions may come in the exam because this is a real coming from the real mock question. Okay, so we will keep this
Yeah, correct.
discussion.
Actually, in this question also, I'm not following any echo actually,
This
since
is
I
not
am in the
eco.
commissioning queue.
Okay.
Suppose one commissioning manager went on leave, he handed over the responsibility to other. So
Uh,
new commissioning manager coming in, he want to
mhm.
first review when the substation is going to complete, because this is the first priority. This is the way only I'm thinking actually.
Okay.
Because remaining everything is approved because it's a running project. Why I need to go and check whether business case is approved, program charter is approved, like that. So this is my thought process. Maybe this is right or wrong, but this is my opinion.
We will see. We will see. But we will keep this question open in the group, and we will listen to others. Okay. So everybody can see my screen now of the question 268.
Yes.
Okay, so do this question. Now, with the passage of time, you must be able to pick the keywords of the question. Okay, so just pick the keyword. Okay. Which of the following is logically linking components, milestones, high level activities necessary to deliver the program benefits? So we will use the elimination technique. Business case is not possible because it doesn't have the milestones. Charter is not possible because it doesn't have the milestones. Only option can either be B or C, and these are the two options that half people gave B and half people gave C. So Mr. Pradeep, why B? What is the keyword?
I just used the keyword linkage
Okay, linkage. Okay.
and high level activities
Does
and milestone.
does roadmap has activities? What is the difference
No.
between what then how you can select B? What is the difference between roadmap and a master schedule? Milestone roadmap is the super step document. We remember
Mhm.
we discussed
Mhm.
last time. It only has the milestones, and then when I open this roadmap, I will have master schedule will contain the list of activities how I am going to achieve these milestones.
Okay. Okay.
Nasir Saab, why B?
I thought roadmap have milestone and high level activities.
There is
Uh,
no the only
Chalo,
there is no activity in the milestone in the roadmap.
okay, and as per my thinking, program master schedule have just high level activities, uh, no milestones.
No, there. Okay,
So I select roadmap.
okay. Mr. Azim, why B?
Keyword of linkage and milestones. But yeah, you are right. Activities are not there, so it should be C. Master
Yes,
schedule.
clear. And Nasir Saab, one more important thing. Milestones
Yes, sir.
are roadmap only has the milestones, right? And one I am making the schedule, it will have milestones and activities. How I can skip the milestones from the schedule? I will say this is task 1 to be finished on this date. So whatever is at the superset will automatically come down, but it will be more open. So remember the keywords of, you are right, linking components and milestones is correct. It is a roadmap, but because of the high level activities word, it is a master schedule, because the key difference between the milestone and roadmap and master schedule is that it doesn't have any activities in that. So in this case, the correct option is C.
Okay, sir.
Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. 269. Your company has been awarded a new program. You are the program manager of that program. Some stakeholders, and who are the stakeholders? Can be internal or external to the program, right? They are not talking about the key stakeholders. Important point. Some stakeholders don't know why the program will be pursued, and they don't have any visibility about the program. Within the above context, what is the best document that will be used? Uh, Mr. Pradeep, why D?
Yeah, that's the linkage between organization and the program, right? And that
Yes,
will justify why
but
the
keep
program is.
okay. It's clear from what is thing. Jay Prakash, why B?
We actually, it is clearly mentioned about the scope because it's a elimination technique only. Some of the document will not to share to the stakeholders, program charter, business case. And the benefit register also it is showing only the planned benefit and what is the achieved benefit. So my option is high level scope statement.
Nasir Saab?
Yes, sir. My option is D, program business case.
Okay, so here comes a very important thing. If it was the key stakeholders don't know why the program was initiated, so it means that these are your sponsor, steering committee, program manager, the project manager, and these are the people who actually made the business case chartered throughout your life cycle, right? When we have stakeholder engagement, we made the business case which has cost benefit analysis, but this is a sensitive information, right? Cost, what is the cost of my program? Everything is sensitive. But here, if he's talking about the some stakeholders, these stakeholders can be your neighborhood. These stakeholders can be the public community. These stakeholders, anyone that is can be that what is the definition of a stakeholder? Stakeholder is a person who is influenced or feel itself to be influenced. For example, you are in a program and your program is of $2 million. How many people will know the cost of this program? Only your key stakeholders. If I say, so a broad, for example, when a government launches a program, they will never say in the community that this is a $50, $50,000 USD program of making this project and it will deliver me this benefits. For all the stakeholders, they only say this is a program to achieve the scope of this program is 5 years, and at the end of the program, you will get one powerhouse having 1,000 megawatt of power, right? So in this case, whenever this generalized, some stakeholders are mentioned, we never give them our program documents, key document, which is business case, charter, or the benefit register. This is specific to my program. Whereas B, which is a program high level scope statement. This can be a public document, this can be a general document that I can be sharing with all the stakeholders. Clear?
Yes, clear. So it should be B then, high level
Yes,
scope state.
high level scope statement. If the option was your direct or key stakeholders doesn't know, then you can share the business case with him. I will agree with that. But some stakeholders, the generalized word, and you cannot share your sensitive information of your program to all XYZ stakeholders.
No, but stakeholder means he's involved in the program, right?
Yes, but it can be internal or external to your program. Stakeholder is a very bright,
Yeah, but
very
that
broad.
doesn't tell. I mean, question doesn't tell, right, whether it's internal or external.
Yeah, but that is a definition of stakeholder. And if and another perspective of looking the question, how is it possible that your program sponsor doesn't know why the program will be pursued? Is it possible? Because these are the key stakeholders are the people who actually made the business case and charter.
Even this can be your competitor also. So you have to hide that information.
Yes, this stakeholder is a generalized word. And Mr. Pradeep, if
But is there a document called high level scope statement? I mean, where is that created?
this is in
We have
the
not discussed that, right?
yes, I think it was in eco high level mission statement and scope. I will look into that. I will look into that. This document
It was in eco.
in eco, I
High
think
level scope statement is in eco.
in
Eco,
I think
eco.
eco of strategic alignment, right? Task 2 or 3, I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Let me see. So then it's clear in the. Let me share the screen. Which item?
High level scope statement.
Which task? Which task is this?
7.
Not 7 of strategic alignment or program life cycle. This is detailed program scope statement. High level milestone plan. Anyway, if this document we have not covered, I will give you the overview in the next class. Okay. But the
This is
only
program. Swami sir, this is program life cycle task 2.
program life cycle. It translate
To
the
high level
strategy.
program scope statement.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
correct.
Translate strategic objectives into high level program scope statement by negotiating with stakeholders, including sponsors, in order to create a program scope description. So, whatever your program is about to achieve is a generalized word and it doesn't contain any sensitive information about your cost, benefits, or the detailed perspective of your program. So, this you can share with your all stakeholders. And other point is it is in the initiating of the program. So, you don't have the details about your sensitive information. Okay. Is it clear, Mr. Pradeep?
Yes, yes.
Good. Okay, good. 270. You can see my screen. 270 question, right?
Yes.
Okay. So what is the key word here? Which document I have to make?
High level milestone plan.
Yes. So we have to look into that document that will help you to make this high level milestone plan?
I think option A.
Others? What will the program manager incorporate to align the program with the expectations of stakeholders to develop high level milestone plan? Program work breakdown structure, scope statement, benefit realization plan, possible. Chartered program work breakdown structure, scope statement and work breakdown structure is same. Only difference is charter and the realization plan. Again, only they are the only four here program work breakdown structure, benefit realization plan and financial management plan. Financial management plan is not important at this moment, okay, because we are making a high level milestone which is telling me when I have to deliver something. So program financial management plan is not relevant. This we can eliminate because of this option. D, program scope statement, benefit realization plan and financial management is also not possible. Because of the financial management, I can eliminate C and D. Everybody agrees? Because for the milestone, financial management is cost is not important. Only I have to see when I have to deliver something. Okay. And what was the keyword of the roadmap that we saw? Whenever I said that your benefit management plan will be updated, you have to update your milestones or you have to update your program roadmap. Why? Because roadmap, all the milestone actually tells you when you will deliver the benefits. That is my target. That is my task. Agree?
Yeah.
So in that
Yes.
case, so it means something about the benefit realization plan should come in the by making the milestone. So here the correct answer is A, and let me show you from where it is coming. You can see PDF now? No. Jayaprakash, read task 3, domain task 3. Life cycle domain task. You are muted. You are muted.
Okay. Develop a high level milestone plan using the goals and objectives of the program, applicable historical information, and other available resources. For example, work breakdown structure, WBS, scope statement, benefit realization plan, in order to align the program with the expectation of stakeholders, including sponsors.
So here the important, don't get worried if you're getting these questions wrong, because these are today I made very tough questions. Okay, just to give you the complete overview, and this is a max high level difficult question. But the important thing is that whenever the word of milestone will come or the roadmap will come, please look into the benefit management plan also,
Mm.
because
Realization plan.
relationship. Because and I told you today we will study benefit management domain. Again, I will covering this topic. Whenever benefit management plan will change, whenever there is anything going on about benefit delivery, about benefit transition, anything, roadmap milestone will be updated. That's why I put this question here. So in this case, for the high level milestone plan, we need to have WBS, scope statement, and benefit realization plan. The correct answer is A in this case. Okay. 271. A, D, C, B. So we have all the options. Okay, just we have to go into one by one. What should the program manager do as part of Alpha's program closure plan? So in the first step, we told you that whenever there is a closure, any phase we have to close or open, we need to have some reference, means criteria we need to have. That was the first indication that should come in your mind whenever we're talking about closing something, something is achieved, the benefits have been realized. That is benefit realization criteria, exit criteria, transition criteria, something like that. Okay, that is the first step that should come in your mind when you read the closure plan. A software development program will launch iterative versions of new software called alpha over 2 years. Following that, a program will be released to the program team and developers to create new software called beta. While the program manager prepares the closure plan for alpha, sponsor expresses concerns about the support after the program closure. What should the program manager do as part of alpha's program closure plan? A. Who gave option A? Please unmute whoever gives A. Keep alpha program open until support is no longer required, then execute the program closure. Somebody gave A. Let me. Pradeep, you gave A.
No, I gave D.
Okay, A is nobody. So A is not applicable because we cannot keep the program open. Okay, that is clear. B, document program closure procedure to ensure the resources are released from alpha to beta. Why B?
So initially, I thought like we need to do the resource interchange resource interdependency management, and therein we need to document the program closure activities and
Hmm.
ensure that the resources will be released as and when required to develop the program beta B.
When we studied the program closure activities, it was 5 activities: financial closure, procurement closure, and 3 transitions: resource transition, risk transition,
Resource
and
transition,
information transition. But
information transition.
all these 3 transitions, am I going to give to organization or to another program as a program manager from my program? To whom I have to give the transition?
Organization.
Organization.
The organization.
So I am a program manager for alpha. I cannot give the resources to beta. I will give the organization, I will give all my open these 3 transitions: resource, risk, or information to organization. Then it is up to the organization level how he give to how he manage alpha program beta. I have nothing to do with beta. So B is not possible because I cannot release the resources from alpha directly to beta. It will go to organization and then it will come to beta. Is it clear? From the closure phase activities.
Okay.
Clear, Amaya?
Yes, okay.
Okay. C, execute the transition plan and include knowledge transfer to alpha to transition alpha to support operations. Who gave C? Somebody gave C.
I gave C
Why?
because it will, if you transfer the knowledge, it will support the alpha operations. That is the reason only I choose C.
Okay, but it has
Yes.
nothing to do with beta. The question is asking you about the package. You in the answer also we have to consider. I have to take care of the not only for my program. You have to see the scenario of the program. You are program
Yeah.
manager for alpha. We have something going on at the beta, and we have the organization because organization is always there. I cannot just blindly forget about beta and do my closure activities and transfer to operations. Instead, if it was from instead of it will support to program beta, it will make more sense than transferring to operations.
Correct.
And
Correct.
in this scenario, after alpha, beta will come, and operations is a second step in this case. Agree? So I cannot directly forget about beta and go to operations.
Okay.
Okay. Option
Mm.
D: adjust alpha exit criteria to ensure its support is included in the beta program. Mr. Pradeep, why D?
So whenever we are closing a program, we need to make sure exit criteria is met.
Yes. This is also the question from the eco, but more prospectively from the scenario point of view, keep in mind very important words of criteria, or whenever you say that you have to prove somebody that your benefits have been achieved. This is I'm giving the comments in all applications also. Whenever you say my program was successful, you have to prove how it was successful. So the best line would be that the program was successful because it delivered the benefit realization criteria, the standard that was set for that. So here, if I have to close a program alpha, I need to adjust exit criteria. Then only I will be able to close my program and support for the beta program. And keep in mind, if the scenario is a one line, two line, or three line, and it is asking you to for another programs or some other things, please also consider this as as in the option. If it was only like we discussed option number C, it would be correct if beta was not there in the question. But if he is telling the scenario of another program or some other thing, we have to respect that thing also. Okay. So in this case, the correct answer is option number D. Is it clear to everyone? So we are discussing each and every option, because here discussing four option means covering four questions from the real exam.
My doubt is actually, suppose in the option C, execute the transition plan and include knowledge transfer to transition to beta support to operations means that is also right answer, right?
No, again, from the closure phase, risk transition, knowledge transition, information transition is knowledge transition. You will give to
Okay.
directly to program, or you will give to organization, then it comes to beta. Same like in option number B, you cannot do resource transition from alpha to beta. You cannot do information transition or knowledge transition from alpha to beta. It will go to the organization and then it will go to beta. So there is no direct transitions between alpha one program to another program as a program manager. This is
Okay, understand.
is it clear? This is a closure phase activities. Financial closure. If you have opened budget, if you have remaining money, cannot give to directly up to the program manager to give to a new program. He will close the budget, and organization will do whatever he wants. Procurement closure, he has to finish. Otherwise, he cannot close this program. So same is
Okay.
the case here for the alpha program. He need to have resource transition to operations, risk transition to operations, and information transition to organization. We cannot transition directly to another program. Very important concept. Clear to everyone?
Oh, clear.
And you remember the red boundary that I made. I said this is my program boundary, and on the left side, on the right side is the organization. I never said there is another program there. And surely, if there is an organization, it is not only made from my program. It will have a lot of programs, and it is up to the organization whatever he does with the things when it comes in his pool. It's up to him wherever he gives that program that resources. Clear to everyone this question?
Yeah, clear.
Yes.
Okay. Question 272. And now two, three easy questions, then two last difficult questions. In this question, mostly look at the context of the wording of the questions, what he's trying to ask. Okay, these are one or two questions I made, which is not directly, maybe we have not covered any document, for example, but just look into the English wording of the question also, like synonyms. C, D. Okay, others, Mr. Nasir, Azim.
I think C, scope statement, because it's essential only.
Okay, Nasir Saab, read the question.
A program manager needs to establish direction and identify the essential aspects of a program. In addition, they must ensure the context and framework of the program are properly defined, assessed, and documented. Which document will be created to support this activity?
So
Option
what?
A, program manage. Yes, sir.
Okay, what he's trying to ask. So something that defines, identifies the
The,
essential aspects of a program. What is the synonym
of
of
a program.
aspect? Aspect means what I want from the program.
Yes.
That is scope.
Yes,
Look
a
at the,
program scope statement.
if first program management plan, it is possible. Nobody gave the answer A. Program management plan will only tell me how I will achieve the benefit. So
And
A is not
it is
possible.
it is detailed. It is detailed plan. But it is
Yes,
asking only identify the essential.
essential aspects and context and the framework. So framework is always the baseline document or the high level document. That is the keyword here. Framework.
Yes.
Program resource management plan cannot be the answer because we're not talking about the resources here. So B is completely eliminated. Why D? Somebody gave D.
So I eliminated A and B, and between C and
Okay.
D, I picked up the established direction. So I thought master schedule might establish the direction.
But keep in mind, whenever you are planning to give schedule or roadmap as the answer, there must be some indication about when or about the time. The
Okay.
scenario is not telling you anything about. He's telling you about the activities. I agree, but he's not telling you about when this activity will be delivered. So most probably he's talking about only WBS. The theme is WBS, work based on structure, or the scope. Agreed? Like Mr. Azim
Yeah.
said, we are talking about essential aspects. One is that is the keyword, and other, if you just look at the tone of the question, program manager needs to establish direction and identify the essential aspects of a program. Aspects means what I need from the program, a scope. In addition, they must ensure the context and framework of the program are properly defined, assessed, and documented. Only is talking about the scope, WBS. Which document will be created will be the scope, program scope statement. If in case the first line is the same and he said in addition, they must ensure or inform when these essential aspects will be delivered and what are the activities needed to perform this step, which document will be created. Then that will be the D option. Everybody understood what I just said?
Yes.
If we say that
Yes.
in addition, they must also know when and how the activities will be managed or when they will be delivered, then the master schedule will be the scope. But in this whole two lines, I'm just asking you about the scope. So that will be the scope statement. The correct answer is C. 273. Which of the following represents an initial step needed to evaluate available resources that are aligned with the program's need? Okay, in a program definition phase, program manager in country A is assigned to expand a restaurant chain in B. Program manager creates a program team by identifying the required project management resources. The team is already managed, is already available. And how we need to initiate the available, how step needed to evaluate the available resources. Obtain resource availability information from functional managers. It's not the first step. Identify program resource requirements. Jayaprakash, why B?
It means actually, first of all, I want to know what is the program resource requirement. Then only I can align. This is the concept I am applying here.
Okay, so if it was if I come from the formulation surface, in the resource, I am doing resource estimation, resource requirement estimation, right? If you're coming
Yes.
from that perspective. But that would be the first step if your team is not yet available. But he has already created the project team, so he knows how many resources he need. Now the question is to evaluate available resources. If we say initial step needed to,
Available resources.
if it was asking how many resources I need, then it would be requirement estimation. But here the
Mm-hmm.
resources are available. Now he need to evaluate what is the potential in these resources,
Then it is a skill and competence, correct?
right? So
Skill and
C is,
competence.
so C, create program resource management plan. It will not help me to evaluate. And D is completing an assessment of skills and competency. That is the correct option. So here the confusing word between B and D. So it was good that Jayaprakash gave the option B. So in the keep in mind, in the program formulation phase, when you say initial step, directly your mind should go to the formulation subphase. They're talking about the resources. The sequence is at a resource estimation, that is in the formulation phase. Then requirements management plan, then requirement management and resource transition. That is the four steps in the magic grid, right? Mr. Pradeep, you are looking. Can you say what is there in the formulation phase? I have requirement estimation, right? You are muted. You are muted.
Yes, in the formulation, requirement estimation, and
Yes.
then in planning, management planning,
Yes.
in delivery, it's management, and
Yes.
in
Mm,
closure, it's transition.
transition. So here initial step needed to it needed to identify how many resources will be used for the program. Then the correct answer would be B, identifying program resource requirements. What actually, how are doing requirement estimation. Okay, Jayaprakash, in that case, that will be the correct answer. But here
Correct answer.
is saying needed to evaluate available resources. So I know what are
So
the resources.
evaluate is the keyword.
Yeah, evaluate is a keyword here. So here I cannot make the estimation because I know what available resources I have. So in that I have to then do the analyzing step. You will say in that sense. So that is completing an assessment of skills and competencies. Clear to everyone?
Management planning step.
Sorry.
This is management planning step.
Yes, the type of management planning or analyzing step, and then after this completing an assessment, we will make the program resource management plan. 274. So easy question. If the tolerance range is too narrow on a program, what effect will multiple minor changes have on the program? One of the constituent project managers asks a new program manager to obtain approval for an additional key project requirement. A tolerance range is set. So it means that after every time he will ask, disturb the program manager. I need approval, I need approval, I need approval. So what effect it will have? Reduction in program risk is not possible because more change requests will increase the program risk. Degradation of program communications not applicable. Slow down in program implementation, yes, because every time it will ask you to stop the program unless you get the go ahead from the steering committee from the next step. Reduction in program quality doesn't make any sense here. So I think everybody is clear. The correct answer is C. Whenever the tolerance range is slow, and every time you have to come back to your steering committee, and it means the power of autonomy that you have authority you have given to the program manager or the project manager is very less. He will come back to you again and again. So the correct answer is C. It will slow down your progress. 275. In this question, keep in mind the important what I told today in the morning. First step is that program manager should do something by himself, then he should escalate. Okay, so this theme keep in your mind. The program manager has to do something. And what I told you, the meaning of update doesn't mean that you have to ask for the steering committee for approval. Update means you have to keep it up to date and adjust to the conditions whatever comes under you. Keep this important two lines in your mind. Okay, what should the program manager do first? A software deployment program for a multinational organization requires the engagement of subcontractors. During the planning phase, the contract manager informs the program manager. The primary subcontractors agreement includes incentives that would potentially conflict with the program objectives. What should the program manager do first? Okay, we have different option. A, ask program management office to conduct risk assessment. Nobody gave this option. This is correct. Program manager himself has to do something. He cannot ask PMO to do risk assessment. Okay. B, review the program charter and update the program objectives accordingly. Who gave B? Anyone? Amir, why B?
Okay. So over here in the project, we will be so whenever a discussion regarding uh, the contracts are done, we will review the program charter first, and also it talks about the subcontractual agreements. So definitely the program objectives and subcontractor
Scope.
agreements will be in the scope, that is the program charter.
So what should the program manager do first? Review the program charter and update the program objectives accordingly. This is possible because he just reviewing the charter. It means program manager is doing something by himself. Okay. So we keep it as an option. C, draft a change request for approval by the program steering committee. Mr. Azim, why C?
Because he needs to do some change. He needs to change the contractor. So he should first draft a change request and get approval from steering committee.
But first he has to do something by himself also.
Yeah,
Without
so
reviewing,
he is drafting a change request. He's doing something.
okay. You say that drafting a change request for means he already knows that the change has to be done. So he's making a change request. This is action he's doing. Okay. D, review the contracts and create the program budget contingency. Pradeep, why D? D.
Oh, I thought, this was missed incentives, and that's why he need to review the contract.
No, no, he will review the contract, agree. But how he can make a budget contingency? This is making a risk response management plan. You never analyze the risk. You are okay. This is a risk that is identified. Okay, I agree. Identify the risk. Then you need to analyze the risk. The last step is to make the risk response management.
Yeah, I think contingency is not applicable because you need to take approval first,
Yes.
right?
So in that case, D will be eliminated. Review the contract. I agree. But create a program budget contingency is not applicable. I cannot
Yeah,
make the
yeah.
you cannot make the risk response strategy in the initial step. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
Okay. So we are left with option number B and option number C. So the correct answer is B here. Why? Because he will review the program charter. This is the responsibility of the program manager. And then he will update the program objectives accordingly. He is keeping his document up to date. Mr. Azim, C would be the next step if he found out that the program charter is reviewed and he updates the program objective, but still he finds out that this is something which he cannot manage by himself and this is triggering another issue, then only he will issue the change request and proceed for the decision of the steering committee to change something. It will not be the first
Okay.
step. So in the whole perspective, the important concept, first look into thing that he do the real work, which is reviewing or doing something. And once if it say that what should the incentive they conflict problem, he and after this he wrote he has reviewed it, but he finds that this is mandated to be changed or some document has to be updated. I need to be changed from the steering committee or this it will create a major scope change, for example. Then in that case, we will go for a C, draft a change request for approval and ask for the steering committee for steering and approval for the steering. Whenever I want to go to the steering committee, it means it's an escalation issue. Okay, and escalation is never the first step.
Yeah, and I also checked that this review, access, these are mostly the correct answers. Review, access, inspect.
Yes, right. So it means because this review, inspect, assess is the thing that program manager is doing by himself. And whenever the word of steering committee will come from PMI terms, it means escalation. Means you are it's up to you cannot do more and then you need to escalate and approve, go to the steering committee. That is always the last option. Clear? So in this case, the correct answer is B. Review the charter and update the program objectives accordingly.
So does that mean he has to take approval of charter again from the steering committee?
If there will be no, he can update it, he can make it up to date, he's just reviewing it. After this thing, if he finds there's something scope has to be changed, then he will go to the steering committee for approval. Update, I told you, update doesn't mean he has to make a scope change. It's not a phase gate
No,
review.
they are saying already the incentives were they were not expecting, and
No, but
potentially it is conflict of the program objective.
yes, but who is telling you? During the program planning phase, contract manager informs you, the program manager. So now this is something information that has come to me from someone XYZ. The first step being the program manager is I will review it whether he's telling it true or not. I cannot directly jump to the conclusion.
No, 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 that's fine. Review and program charter and update. This is okay, but
Okay.
does he have to take back to steering committee and get that approved?
For no,
Or no?
for updating the program objectives, he doesn't need the approval. But if he review the charter and he finds something is to be changed or major change, then he can go see to change request and get the steering committee approval. Otherwise, it's the responsibility of the program manager to keep all the documents updated.
Okay.
276. A large infrastructure development program involves 3 road construction projects, 2 sewage line projects, and 1 project means it has 6 projects to lay underground cables. During a program meeting, project manager of a road construction project communicates that a project risk related to the interdependency with the sewage line has crossed its risk threshold. It means there is a risk from the project level which is coming to affect the program or it will affect the other projects. What should the program manager do next? So it was easy question. Number A, incorporate the project risk into the program risk response strategy. Correct, because from the project level, I will go to the program level because this is crossing the threshold, it's already triggered. B, ask the road construction project manager to manage the risk at the project level. Not possible because he is the person who is telling that the risk is being crossed. Modify the schedule to accommodate the risk. Not possible. I cannot change the schedule because it will delay my project if somehow. Instruct the project manager to escalate the risk to the sponsor. not possible, from project manager will go to the program manager, then program manager is responsible to escalate to the sponsor of the steering committee. So the correct answer is A. And only one thing to understand from this question is that even you are sure A is the correct option, we must read and look all the other options. Don't get say that okay, I've got the right answer and you click it and go to the next question. No, in any question, whether you are 110% sure that this A is the correct answer, never skip option B, C, and D, because they can be much better option. Okay, like we saw in the definition phase, business case is the document, but if he's saying the program management plan, maybe at D. Okay, so this is a very important trick. Don't skip, don't attempt any question without reading all the options. Okay, so now last question from today,
And
270.
does this exam has same number of questions as PMP or no?
Yes, 170 questions in 240 minutes without any break.
Okay.
But when you will practice the mocks, time will not be an option. This is my responsibility. Okay, you just have to understand the question. Okay, for one question, 1 minute will be enough. Okay, last question for today. 277. Giving this question, keep in mind the important what I told you before. Whenever you have to decide among which project I have to do, whenever there is a conflict, the key point is prioritize the things. This is clear. I cannot work on all the projects at one time. I cannot work on all the change requests on one time. I cannot satisfy the requirements of all the projects at one time. So whenever you will have a dispute, change request something, the key point will be to prioritize something based on anything. How we prioritize based on benefits, financial benefits, or whatever. Okay. What should the program manager do next to address the risk? So there is a topic of the risk we should consider. Program manager is concerned because several change requests are causing delays to the program's work package milestones. There are insufficient skilled resources within the component projects to complete both the change requests and milestone tasks. What should the program manager do? Mandate that no component project change requests will be processed until overdue milestones have been completed, and update the risk register to reflect this. Second part is correct, but I cannot stop the program change request to be processed. Okay, this is a natural thing. The programmer cannot stop the risk, so A is not possible. Prioritize which change requests are critical to the project based on an impact analysis. Resource only critical change requests until overdue milestones are achieved, and update the risk register. This can be the option because he is giving me the keyword of prioritization, how I handle the risk, how I handle the disputes, and how I will, and ultimately you have to update the risk register. This is option. The last step is very important. And another thing is that whenever you read the questions, these long questions will come around 10%. 10% means 20 questions. And in this thing, please read the full option. Okay, please read the full option. I will tell you why. Prioritize which resources are critical to the project based on an impact analysis of the critical change request, and update the program roadmap. What is the difference between B and C? First lining are same, prioritization, but he's updating the program roadmap. Here the roadmap will not make any sense because roadmap will not solve the dispute here. This is an identified risk. That is the keyword I gave you at the last. What to do to address this risk? So only because of the last line, last word of the option C is eliminated, because roadmap has no impact on the risk. Whatever happens with the risk, threat, and opportunity, it will not be reflected in the roadmap. Add the lack of skilled resources to facilitate the large number of change requests into the issue log. Issue log is not applicable here because issue is something which will already occur. We're talking about the risk. So the key understanding from this option, answer before giving the option is that read the full answer. When there is a long story, it means that only one or two options will be, only one or two words will be changed. Then, because this is very long, only then look what is the difference. Either because of this scenario, program roadmap will be updated, or issue log will be updated, or race register will be updated. The question answer reduced only to these three options. Okay, not the whole story. Okay, because the first lines are correct. So in this case, the correct answer is B, that prioritize change requests and we will update the risk register. So B is the correct option. I think everybody gave B. If anybody has any question, please ask. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Okay. So
Okay.
any other question in this domain? Because I made this was a long coaching call. Because I wanted to make sure that we covered the complete aspects and the difficult parts also from chapter 3 and chapter 7, because these are your basics. So I hope everybody learned a lot from this. And the key things that we understood as a general principle is that read all the options, read full options, okay? And with the long story of questions, long story answers, focus on the difference points, then your thinking will be reduced and focus directly on that options. So, Mr. Preeti, how many options you have? How many questions you have?
I think I have five questions.
Okay, share your screen. We can do it.
I think answer PDF.
You can share you can share your screen.
Give me one. Answer PDF. Yeah, 50. Can you see?
Yes. Which documents define the strategic objectives and benefits a particular program is expected to deliver? Charter. So the keyword is benefits here. If you look into the master sheet,
Okay.
benefit is a keyword here, because every document defines the strategic objectives. You were thinking of the business case?
Yes, I
Yes.
thought business case.
Yes, so here the key word is benefits. If it was strategic objectives only, then business case would be the correct answer, because that is the interface between the organization and the project and the program. But once as I told you that strategic objectives alignment with the organization strategic plan is for business case and charter the common thing. Then you have to look into the second thing that is differentiable, that is the benefits. Business case doesn't contain the benefits; it contains the cost benefit analysis only.
Okay. Then this one.
The program charter for your program was presented to the executive steering committee and the charter was rejected. As the program manager, what should be your next action? Okay, what is your option?
I thought update the charter and resubmit to
It will be A.
steering.
The option is A, capture the lesson learned and program initiative is terminated. Yes,
Correct.
because you
Yes.
already know, go up. Here, the program next action is that we saw when can the program be closed. Number one, either it achieves the desired benefits. Number two, your benefit realization criteria is achieved. Or number three, it is terminated. But even the program is terminated at any phase, or same is for if the charter is terminated, you have to follow the closure. We have to follow the closure activities. Okay. What are the closure activities? Financial closure, procurement closure, information transition, resource transition, risk transition. In this case, whenever the charter was rejected, I have to document the lessons learned. I have to transfer the information, archive the information so it can be used for the next step, and it doesn't the company doesn't make this programs mistake again. So in this case, you cannot update the charter if because you already tried your best. So first step is that next action should be capture the lesson learned and program initiative is terminated. This is all for this program, and then later on you can initiate and do anything more.
Okay.
Clear? So this topic
Yes.
of chapter 7 closure activities always keep in mind. You cannot close anything, any step without performing these five activities. Okay, based on its based on its board's mandate, an organization drafts a new business strategy to meet future challenges, put the business on track, and meet growth expectations. Right? Key to this ability to transition the computing platform from offsite to cloud-based, thereby optimizing cost, provide scalability, performance, and high availability. How should the program manager use the program mission statement to engage the program stakeholders? Okay, what is your option?
Review, capture, and document.
Okay, B, update the program mission statement. Okay, Sapriti, what is your option?
I thought review
Sorry?
and capture. Review and capture, document organization current state and its new strategic direction, how program will support this mission.
But the correct answer is C. A is deleted. A cannot be the option. Update the program mission statement is not possible because you're talking about the mission statement. I don't need to update it. Is it clear? A is eliminated.
Yeah,
Then I go to the D, incorporate the name of key stakeholders and their respective influence power into the program mission statement is also not possible because stakeholder will not be here. It can either be B or C. You update the program mission statement to address the strategy goals. You send me this option, you send me this question, I will check and I will give you the feedback again. Because we should not update the mission statement in the beginning. Okay, send me this question, then I will review it again, then I will give you the feedback.
yeah, this is what is shown. Update the mission statement. And
Okay. So anyone has any reason why A? Okay, Rajiv, you send me this question. Okay, I will check and I will give you the feedback.
okay, okay. And then on the green one, number 6 and 8.
Then and question number 26.
Yeah,
Okay, wait. Sorry. An organization is releasing new technology. The program manager has performed initial program assessment by defining program objectives, requirements, and risk. Program sponsor has approved the high level roadmap. What will the program manager do next? Is A, create the business case.
no, no, not this one, sorry. Yeah, I think this one.
Which program serves as a formal declaration of the value that the program is expected to deliver and justification of the resources that will be given to achieve it. So what is your thinking?
Charter.
Why A?
Short,
Keyword is justification.
Charter,
Formal
right?
Business case.
business case.
oh, business case, okay.
Formal declaration. Keyword is formal declaration and the justification of the resources. Justification is
The
equal to
business.
business case.
Yeah, there is some confusion I always get on business case and short.
But if I told you justification, whenever the word justification comes, blindly click business case. Blindly means
Okay,
all scenario, but never click charter. Okay.
yeah, and this one.
Last. Okay. The organization is implementing a new business strategy to improve.
Improve its revenue. The chairman of the company wants to initiate a new program to support this strategy. Before initiating the program, the strategy should be aligned with strategic goals of the organization. What
What should
should
the
you develop?
develop first as a program manager? So what you should do
Risk
first?
threshold.
First,
Threshold.
Risk threshold.
define program risk threshold is in the initiation step. Program risk response is the last step. Program risk management plan is also second step, next step. Program schedule management plan is not relevant. So whenever You perform initial program risk assessments. You make the assessment. You have to define the risk threshold. That will be your triggering point. That will be your starting point when you trigger the risk. So first step is to identify define program risk thresholds.
Okay. Okay.
The responses and management plan is second step, later step.
Yeah. Yeah.
Clear? Okay, so I think thank you very much for this coaching call. It was very detailed, and I'm sorry if it got delayed for someone, but I think it was very good, very interactive. We covered around 20 25 questions. This will be very helpful for the exam. Okay, Jayprakash and Amaya, is it good for you?
Yes, yes, really good.
Okay, so
Yes, it was. Thank you so
okay,
much.
okay, so thank you very much for this call, and we see in the next coaching call. Thank you very much, all.